Welcome back to the MLS Review Show. Colorado returns to Columbus for the first time since their victorious playoff run. But first, the Fire looks to continue their unbeaten streak under Frank Klopas when the shaky New York Red Bulls invade Toyota Park. The Fire came into Sunday afternoon's game with the Red Bulls undefeated in 6 straight outings. Although the team was yet to lose under Frank Klopas, Chicago had only tasted victory only once in that stretch. Rookie Or Baruch was finally handed his first MLS start midweek in place of suspended Christian Nazarit. And with Nazarit out for a second game, Baruch looked to outdo his first performance. With just 1 point to show so far heading into Game 3 of a 4-game road trip, the Red Bulls had some critics to disprove. Head coach Hans Baca would have the luxury of Thierry Henry returning to the lineup after sitting out the loss to Seattle due to red card suspension. Henry would bring stability back to the front line after a makeshift pairing of Dwayne De Rosario and Dane Richards failed to prove dangerous against the Sounders. Rob Stone and Hall of Famer John Harkes had the call from Toyota Park.
Tuesday and then get right back on the plane and head right back to the West Coast. Oh, what a wonderful turn by De Rosario. Lays it off. Richards, one-timer. And Johnson may have tipped that one over the bar.
You see Corey Gibbs just loses footing just enough. The late trailing ball into Dane Richards. Good pace. Strikes it well. But really in the hands of the keeper.
Lindpair thinking about it. Fires one. A nice save by Johnson.
And trying to close the space as quickly as they can on Lindpair. They know they can strike it from distance. Keeps it on the frame. Very good job by Sean Johnson to get down. Sees it through traffic. A little bit of a deflection there.
Behind the back line. Cuts. Crosses. Baruch. Just off target. He's just kind of walking around the field there and then almost springs Lindpair. Lindpair has a chance. Fires and it will find net. 1-0 Red Bulls.
Way through from Henry. Dropping off very deep. Excellent first ball. Not cleared properly there. Outside of the foot. Poor technique trying to clear that as a defender. It falls into Lindpair. Got to do a lot better there defensively. Left foot. Just go and hook that ball out.
Papa, driven ball, bounces through Buddha.
It should have been cleared properly. The pressure applied to Sully. And this one just bent in a little bit of a dip, but he should have had that Buddha control. Absolutely. I'm not sure if he just takes his eye off the ball or what, but he definitely times this, everything about it. Bad mistake. That is a poor mistake as a keeper.
New York seems a little gassed, and Diego Chavez trying to put the Fire on top. Big save by Bunatine. Liaco. And that's all she wrote from Chicago. Yet another draw for Chicago, their 6th consecutive home tie.
The Sounders were back in action at CenturyLink Field Sunday, hosting the Revolution. With such a dominating performance over the Red Bulls, the Sounders were out to prove they were serious contenders for MLS Cup. Head coach Ziggy Schmidt was so pleased with his team, he made no changes to the lineup heading into the game. After starting the year in a 4-3-3, Revolution head coach Steve Nicol took a step back to reassess and rolled out a 4-4-2 in efforts to find more scoring opportunities. And although the Revs have found more shots on target since the change, the team has mustered just 4 goals and 1 win in the last 9. Benny Feilhaber returns to a depleted midfield that is missing key offensive acquisition Usman Dabo, and new signee Ryan Guy gets his first start up top alongside Rajko Lekic. Arlo White was on the mic at CenturyLink Field.
The New England Revolution, who are 7th in the Eastern Conference, 15 points from 16 games, only Sporting Kansas City and Vancouver have fewer. 6 games without a win for them. Edge of the area, signing Ayasi. Low drive, and it's gone in! It took a deflection along the way, and Saini Ayasi has put the New England Revolution ahead here. Twin brother of Sana Ayasi, of course. I wonder if someone got a touch just before that went in. The men in green. Ayasi against Wall. Tries another long-range effort, and that was awkward for Keller. That was moving in the air. The crowd can sense something special here. Wall. Oh! And they get something special. Tyson Wall is goal scorer number 13 for the Sounders this season. Inch perfect. perfect from Tyson Wall. Look at the bend on that. Fabulous goal. Rosales, edge of the area, slides it through. Lebec. Fernandez! 2-1! They took advantage of the injured right back. Fabulous stuff from Seattle. They've come from behind. Alvaro Fernandez. Look at a limping Alston there, and he's lost his man. Reese got a hand on it. Not enough. What a turnaround here. Being watched this time by Nagel. Cross comes in. It's a good one. Header comes in. Great save, Keller. Shaori Joseph. If Keller hadn't, Joseph with the header. Keller with the save. Nayasi. Decent cross. Opportunity here. Guy. Lekic for the volley. And it's just wide. It was an awkward ball in. Hurtado. Half cleared. And he's going for the fast stick there. Opportunity of a shot. It's a very good one. It's off the crossbar. They're inviting New England on here. This is dangerous by the Sounders. Keller unsure. This would be 9 points in 8 days. It is 9 points in 8 days. 3 victories in a row. 6 games unbeaten. Second place in the Western Conference behind the LA Galaxy.
After getting their first road win of the season last week against Houston, the Crew return home to take on a familiar face, the Colorado Rapids. Last time these two teams met at Crew Stadium, it was the second leg of the Eastern Conference semifinals, where Colorado would go on to take the series along with MLS Cup. Robert Warzija seems to have found a long-term answer at defensive midfield with Rich Balchek. Can the talented youngsters stand tall against the seasoned defending champs? For Colorado, the game against Columbus was marked on the team calendar for quite some time. After 10 games, midfielder Brian Mullen returned to the Rapids' first team and had head coach Gary Smith excited, saying it's almost like having a new player. One player the Rapids would be without was striker Caleb Folon, who saw red against the Galaxy. Mark Moser and Marcelo Balboa provided the coverage from Crew Stadium.
At Columbus Crew Stadium in Columbus, Rapids, of course, wearing the maroon for the road, and they have it after the opening kick. Smith back into the box. Casey with a header and a goal. The Rapids strike first, and Connor Casey, his 4th goal in the last 5 games.
Bent towards him. No one's marking him. Look, he just guides it to that near post. Hesmer can't do anything about that.
All good. A giveaway. Watch it out. Moving in, Gavin, a shot and a goal. Gavin ties the game at 1. Let's look at it again. Pal Guda tried to send it ahead.
Matt, mistakes. Mistakes is what kills him. Now you leave yourself one-on-one, and he does a nice job. Gavin gets it. He goes to the far post, but it comes over an easy turnover from the back. And that's the thing, when you make a mistake out of the back.
Little on the wild side perhaps last year, and now a giveaway. Look out, here comes Mendoza. In the box, shoots, hit the crossbar, and it's in. 2 giveaways for the Rapids results in 2 goals for the Columbus Crew.
Well, you go back to, again, crucial mistakes. Giveaways on your final third of the field. They set it up. He sets it up to his left foot. Buries it in the back of the net for a 6th goal. That's where it comes from. Look at the position. The 2 goals now that Columbus has scored. Colorado's giving it up.
Back with Casey. Defended. Ooh.
Red card.
And he runs into Hesmer. And this is not going to be good. The Rapids will go at 10 from this point on. Off his chest. And right in. Oh no, over Kimura's head. Here comes Mendoza. He's got all kinds of daylight. Kimura into Mendoza and shoots and scores.
Well, we talked about mistakes. There's another mistake right there. You see it coming in there. Mendoza takes off, and this is a great touch in front of Kimura, and then he just buries it. I go back and say you got to be able to cover each other. Where's Kimura's cover when he goes and steps up?
Tipped ahead. Centered up and knocked away. Another shot and a goal. Pickens got his hands on it, but Heineman drives it home. The beneficiary after the cross from the far side, and it was broken up.
Well, it was good play all around. You saw the build up, the 1-2 to the outside. A little bit of luck. Watch this right here. Deflects off Tyrone Marshall right to Heidelman right there. And
on to the final 10. And that's it. This match is over. The Rapids tonight fall in Columbus.
After 15 weeks, the Eastern Conference remains volatile. The Union took top honors and Columbus is making a run of their own. But it's the sudden rise of Sporting Kansas City that made the biggest wave. After nearly spending much of the season on the bottom, KC now find themselves in 6th with games in hand. Out west, LA continues to stay on top, but 3 teams are hot on their heels. Seattle added 9 points in 8 days, and Dallas and RSL are getting back to their dominating ways. The defending champs have some proving to do as they stay in the middle of the pack. Vancouver, Chivas, and Portland continue to struggle in the stacked Western Conference. The Golden Boot race got even tighter as Charlie Davies got a goal on his birthday. Breck Shea, Andres Mendoza, and Maicon Santos all added to their totals. But with Landon Donovan and Chris Wondolowski returning from the Gold Cup, expect some changes to the leaderboard soon. The July 4th weekend is a hotbed of soccer action. 6 nationally televised games kick off on Saturday when DC host East Coast rivals Philly. That can be seen at 7 p.m. Eastern on Fox Soccer. At 10, Chicago travels to face a hungry Chivas side on Galavision. San Jose look to rebound from their disappointing home draw when they face a full-strength New York. ESPN2 has that match at 10:30. Sunday sees Houston take on a reeling Colorado side at 9 p.m. on ESPN2. Fireworks will be lit on Monday when ESPN2 hosts a festive doubleheader. Real Salt Lake look to exert their dominance over New England at 8:30. Then the LA-Seattle rivalry returns when the league leaders face the red-hot Sounders at 10:30. There are several other games this weekend. Toronto look for revenge against Canadian rivals Vancouver on Wednesday. On Saturday, Dallas hosts Columbus, and Kansas will compare stadium atmospheres when they travel to Portland. That's all for Week 15 of the MLS Review Show. Thanks for joining us, and remember to visit MLSsoccer.com for full coverage of all the news in Major League Soccer.